So I'm gonna do a review on the new killer, and do I think they're worth buying or playing? No. So right at the gate, the Judgment is an already controversial killer to talk about. A lot of people think they're overpowered and a lot of others think they're mid. I think there's somewhere in between. Their power and concept is truly powerful and theoretically should be overpowered. However, in practice is kinda mid due to a lot of infuriating bells and whistles that behaviour has decided to put on the power. The Judgment's main power is Divine Light, a 70 meter ranged attack that can be cast through any surface and hit any survivor on the map no matter where they are. This was already shaping up to be one of the most overpowered abilities the game was ever going to see, until John Behaviour decided to add a bunch of frustrating elements to power that made it almost nigh on impossible to use against survivors who have a natural brain cell. Now, some of these things I'm going to be talking about in this video were also in the PTB, but I have noticed some new things that John Behaviour and all their wisdom and glory have decided to add to make the power even more frustrating to use. For starters, let's talk about when firing the beam. At the start of the beam's path, a survivor cannot be hit for around about half of a second. Of course, the twats known as Survivor Friends have already figured this one out, making it almost impossible to hit them around a short loop. On top of this, let's say you see a survivor going towards a hook, so you decide to go punish them with Divine Light. Well, fuck you for trying to do that, as the beam will just stop in place and most likely not hit anyone, because I forgot, you're not allowed to have fun in this game. But wait, there's more. Survivors can also see you trying to set up a shot, on top of them also being able to see the beam's aura through walls, cause fuck you for trying to aim. So let's talk about Heresy, and Heresy has got to be, if not one of the most useless mechanics in this game, other than applying old ruin to the survivors, which is kinda not great, and giving you the ability to exile a survivor. Heresy in its own right just really doesn't do anything. On top of it being extremely easy to get rid of, it's barely even a slowdown. Then you have the Judgment's second strongest ability, Exile, which does have its own perks. When exiling a survivor, you cannot be flashlight blinded or stunned out of it, which is good and all. But when the survivor has actually been exiled, you will very quickly come to learn if they have a brain cell or not. Once the survivor is in the exile realm, Pillars of Light will try to kill them. However, if the survivor, has a brain cell, these Pillars of Light will be extremely easy to dodge. On top of this, once the survivor has been unexiled from one of the shrines on the map, you don't know what shrine it is from at all. The only thing you do know is that it's the 3 closest shrines to you, which sometimes may not actually be, the closest. Which does encourage map knowledge, which is all cool and all. However, survivors do have windows of opportunity, so map knowledge is thrown completely out of the fucking window, isn't it right, survivor mains? Which brings us to my final verdict on the Judgment. I feel like the Judgment is too slow, clunky and infuriating to play in the current meta of Dead by Daylight, which encourages a more fast-paced style of gameplay. If the Judgment was released 3 to 4 years ago, then it would be dominating lobbies left, right and centre. However, in today's current meta, the Judgment is just frankly left in the dust. This is on top of all the bells and whistles that John Behaviour has decided to add to the killer just to make them more frustrating to play for us killer players. So do I recommend you buy the Judgment? No. I don't recommend you buy the Judgment at all, as there's already killers in the game that does what the Judge does, but so much better. There's Dracula, there's Pyramid Head and there's Plague. All 3 of these killers do what this one does but better. If you want a ranged attack that requires prediction and is hard to hit, then I recommend Dracula or Pyramid Head. If you want slowdown, then I recommend the Plague. She has one of the best slowdowns in the entire game. I honestly would never recommend the Judgment to anyone. It's truly a disappointing killer, especially one that us as the community voted for. And why? How the fuck did this killer become so bad? I mean, its power and concept is powerful. It should be, in all honesty, overpowered. But John Behaviour just done what John Behaviour does best, somehow turning what should be a powerful ability into a complete and utter waste of time. So, no, I don't recommend you buy the Judgment. They are a waste of your time. And honestly, this video kind of feels like it was a waste of time as well, as I know this community. They will not listen to me. Well, I mean, I'm a small fucking YouTuber that has 16 subscribers, so of course they're not gonna fucking listen to me. So, yeah, fuck you all, fuck Survivor mains, fuck Killer mains, fuck this community, fuck you John Behaviour, fuck everyone. Go fuck yourselves. I hope you have a nice day.
I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello. Can I bend you over?